How we doing, folks? How we doing? The old cougar here. I want to take you back to when Blitz used to be Blitz, when everybody started playing it. And I'm talking about everybody being the vets that are amongst us, the old long-term players who knew what the game was like and what it meant to go through grinding and spare parts and pre 5.5, yeah, you know the crap. So I've stepped back in time, so they say. I've got an old recording and I've put some new words to a song relevant to those times. And then after it, why doing the masteries in the old Renegades challenge that I did meant something to me, and I think it makes my knowledge of the game that little bit more realistic to me. I enjoyed the game back then. I had that self-challenge to do. I wanted to master every tank that was in the tech tree right through, and until we got to tier 6 and 7 and things changed. They started adding tanks, started adding nations, and it just threw a spanner in the works, so I gave up and started playing standard games, just ordinary games, just as a player. So I hope you enjoy this. I hope you enjoy the step back in time, and if you remember those days, let me know in the comments. Catch you later, folks.
When the game was real and the test was honest, I remember when the garage felt alive, engines humming dreams before the count to 5. Crew on level 7, nerves set at 10. You knew your tank, and it knew you back then. Angles matter, timing too. Every ridge line told the truth. You learn by fire, by loss, by grind, by reading maps and reading minds. No shiny handouts, no scripted fate, just skill, a little luck, and who'd over-rotate. I'm a real one from the Blitz. Yeah, I paid my dues. Years in the matchmaker, win some, mostly lose. Heartbreak repairs and a hanger full of pride. Back when skill pool waiting, RNG just rolled shotgun on the side. Now the numbers feel funny, the damage don't add up right. I still fight like it's honest, even when the code decides to fight. Fade and mitters rise, from heavy tank brawls to paper thin lies. Used to be reads, now it's rolls, invisible hands on invisible controls. Shells that vanish, pins that shouldn't fail. HP melts fast, but your shots go pale. I know when I miss, don't rewrite the play. Don't tell me the shot didn't land that way. Enough wrecks to know the sound of a fair fight lost versus one rig down. I'm a real one from the Blitz, still holding the line. From tech tree grinds to the premium shine. Laughs in the platoon, rage at 3 a.m. Same crew, same jokes, doing it again. Used to trust the math, used to trust the game. Now I trust my instincts and remember the name. the truth when the shells go down. Let skill breathe, let mistakes hurt, let veterans matter, not just the perks. We stay through patches, buffs and decay, because once upon a time it played the right way. Yeah, I'm a real player, scars in my stats, knowledge in my hands, steel in my tracks. Good times, bad beats, still here, still legit, even when the game forgets what made it Blitz. If the old days are ghosts, then I'll carry the flame, playing honest in a system that forgot the game. Garage lights low, one more cue for the version of Blitz I always knew. Not perfect, not fair, but damn, it was real.
How we doing? Just a little update on the old Renegades challenge. It's number 44 of 44 Tech 3 tanks researched, aced and moving on. We go into vehicles. As you can see, it took me 117 battles to get the ace on the Wolverine. I got the ace on the T1 Heavy and the Stug. I've got 3 on them, and I've got 2 in the Panzer IV-G and 1 in the M4. These two, the Stug and the Panzer IV, I got another ace while I was doing credit build-ups, grinding them for the XP for the next tier tanks. If we go into the garage, let's go back to tier 1, and if you see, all the 7 tanks in the 7 nations in tier 1 are now aced. I'll move down to tier 2. All the tier 2, 7 tanks again, all aced on nations. The same with tier 3. And then on to tier 4. Obviously tier 4 there's a lot more selection in the Tech 3 tanks, because you start getting your lights, your mediums, your heavies and your TDs obviously. But all aced so far. Then we're on to tier 5. There's the BDR, S35CA, the Type T34, the Churchill 1, the Crusader, SU85. That was a bugger ace for some reason, but it was done. Panzer IV-G, the Stug as a Student 4, the Wolverine and the T1 Heavy, all aced so far. 44 owned, 44 aced. '66, '68. As you can see, there's it didn't take too many battles to do it, but obviously I'm playing with a little bit of experience. But I hadn't aced all these earlier low tier tanks in my previous year, so I decided step back, have a look, see what you're doing wrong, and go back and do it again. Stats, man, special to shout about. Remember, I'm in tier 1 to tier 5. I've no tier 6s whatsoever. Most of them are researched. But all of these have been bought, researched, fully researched, and tier 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 all done before moving on. So all the tier 1 was done, researched and mastered before anything from tier 2 was purchased. Then tier 2 was all bought, they were all researched and mastered, then moving on to Tier 3. So as you can see, it's been, yeah, a reasonable climb. But as you can see, when you get to Tier 5, you've got further selections. You've got 2 lights or 2 heavies or 2 mediums and maybe chance of 2 TDs in each nation. So there's a bigger selection to go through. And then when you get on to Tier 6, it's similar. You've got branches breaking off to 2 tanks or maybe 3 tanks. So it's a challenge, but that's, as I said, that's 44 of 44 on so far, and they're all east. So we'll move on to Tech 3 and see what's next. As I said, the Hellcat and the Jackson, they're researched, the M6 is researched, the M4's done with 15,000 XP. But as you can see, when you move on to Tier 6, you need 30 odd thousand, some of them 28, but you need 30 odd thousand XP to purchase them. Still got a Leopard to do on the German tier, but you'll see the rest of them are all researched, just ready to buy, but not going that line. We've got the KV-1 and the T-34, done the Type T-34, the Chinese version, but I haven't done the Russian version yet. But the SU's done, and these two, they're done because, yeah, it was that simple. The SU-100 was done because I had the booster, special booster for opening a crate, completing missions, so I used that for that. If you look at these are all researched, ready to bought. These are all done, as you can see. The AT2 I haven't touched as yet. Still got the Chinook to do. These are researched, ready to go, but they're Tier 6. I'm not moving to Tier 6 until all of Tier 5 is complete. And similarly with the ARL-V39 and ARL-44, they're researched fully, just electric biscuit to do in the French line. So it's electric biscuit, the Chinook, the AT2, the KV-1 and the Leopard. So 4 to do. So a long haul, maybe take a year. That's taken 6 weeks so far since I started 19th of July. So yeah, it's not too bad so far. That's the progress. Thanks for watching, folks.
Let's go.
How we doing, folks? Here we are, we're out in the Tier 5 European Tech 3. It's STRV M42. I'm still looking for number 55 out of 55 Tech 3 tank aces from Tier 1 through to Tier 5. That's all tanks, lights, mediums, heavies and TDs, and all nations aced. I started this personal challenge on the 19th of July. It was the first game late on in the night. And this is the last tank I have to do. And obviously this will be a mastery. Yeah, spoiler alert. But it's a challenge completed in my own personal challenge set after getting a little bit flat bored in my account that I opened last year. So I'm doing this. On this one we've got an opposite STRV M42, we've got a Stug 3, we've got a B1, we've got a Leopard, we've got a Matilda BP. What else have we got? What else have we got? Stug, Matilda BP, B1. Oh, I can't see what that is, where that record button thing is. Damn thing. Anyway, been hit, got 471. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 lit up so far. There's the Stug. Let's put one into him. That's him away. There's the opposing STRV M42 down the bottom end there. We'll drop another one into him. Tracks are damaged. Engine and track damaged. I'm not worried about my tracks just now, just finish him off. Right, there's the M4 sitting camping in the traditional TD spot. I'm pretty sure the Matilda's down there, and the B1, the B1, is sitting over on the left near the M4 was last spotted anyway. Let's see if I can get another couple into this Matilda BP. It's a fast firing, 3-second reload in this thing, or 2.9 if he's got rammer on. But he only hits it 90 at a time, but he's gone, he's finished. That's number 2 we're on to. Yeah, there's the B1 there. Ooh, nuts with a premium AP as well. Interesting. Never struggled before with that. Must have been an awkward bounce angle I got him at, but not to worry. I'll get that M4 on the arse end as he's popping over. Yeah, that's a nice one, that'll do. I get another one into him. Yeah. Willow. Nope. Right, let's sort this B1 out. I've got one premium AP round left. So we'll put that in the front of him. Obviously go back to ordinary standard AP. He's on fire, that's a good result. And he's finished. Right, there's a leopard over there. Get one into him. Nice damaged tracks. He's had to repair those. Can I get through the train? No, I can't. It's just a leopard left. I don't think I'm going to get a chance to get an R shot on him, but he's close at. No, that was an opportune chance shot, but he's dead anyway. Game over. And there it is. A mastery, high caliber, Confederate, and 2 legendaries. Damage 1707. 1381 was the XP, and 2 destroyed. Where were we? Yeah. Secondary M42 done 1071. Good score on them. And 2 from the BDR. Well done, the team. Details, what did I get? 16 shots off and 13 direct hits. Only 12 penetrated. That one on the bounce on the V1 was the last one. But I hit 6 of them, damage destroyed 2. Got the 1707. I've got a bit of efficiency there. They were dead anyway. XP 1381. And that's what I needed for the mastery. And the knockdown and damage caused legendaries. That's it. 55 of 55 Tech 3 tanks from Tier 1 through to Tier 5, all aced from the 19th of July through to today, 24th of September. 7 weeks, is it? 7 weeks. Or 8 weeks, I can't mind. 7 or 8 weeks anyway, but that's that challenge done. Now what do I do? Now what do I do? Answers in the comments, please. Keep them clean. Many thanks for watching, folks. If you watched this series right through, thanks for watching. .55 at 55 and 3,999 barrels. I did it. Managed it. There we go. Night, folks.